Pilgrim, come in. You're safe now. Your pilgrimage is near an end, and I am here to assist in your ascension. You're at the entrance of heaven, chosen by your village to ascend. Before you enter, you must perform the ritual.
Okay.
Cross over to the ritual area and take your time. You are safe within the church. The tea ceremony is sacred to the ritual. You must drink what best represents you and... I apologize for such messes. I'll beckon the maid to serve you. Maid, will you please assist our pilgrim? Maid? Maid? Apologies. It seems that my maid's mind has rotted away. So sorry for the inconvenience. Please serve yourself for this ritual.
Okay. The green one.
You pour the tea with such technique. Quench yourself with the tea and continue to the rest of the ritual.
Alrighty.
In your ascension, you must offer a gift to the keepers in heaven. Take one of the gifts here that best represent you, your place on Earth, your family and people, for your journey beyond. I would have asked the maid to gift wrap it for you. Unfortunately, you must do it yourself.
Okay. Well, I went with green tea. Looks like soap, maybe? Cut up soap. Or bread. Or a rose. Let's just do the rose. Seems most gift-like.
An excellent choice of gift, Pilgrim. Professional gift wrapping too. On to the last step of the ritual. Finally, choose a robe to present yourself in heaven. I would ask the maid to help you dress, but alas, you must put it on your own.
A box. Dark blue and light blue. We'll go with light blue.
An excellent choice of fashion, Pilgrim. You've completed all steps of the ritual. Turn to the other side of the room to enter heaven. I apologize for the lack of service on your pilgrimage. I need a second mind to assist sometimes. You prepared yourself so professionally regardless. Which gives me an idea. Now, hold my hand, and I'll guide you to heaven.
Bad idea. Can't run, though.
Got you. Shh, don't be scared, Pilgrim. The pain is but a blink. Your entrance to heaven is here. Pilgrim, come in. You're safe now.
Oh, it just restarted.
Your pilgrimage is near an end.
Finally, a day all to myself. After the week I've had, I can't wait to kick my feet up and binge complete garbage on the TV. Now let's see. Snacks? Check. Remote? Check. And of course, the world's fluffiest binging buddy. Huh? Where is she anyway? Juniper? Juniper? Where could she have... Wait. Ah, the door! I must have left it open. Quickly, I ran to the front door. Crap, she must have gotten out. I'll go look for her. She doesn't normally leave the house. My child is not prepared for the outside world. I have to go find her. Sofa time be damned. And just like that, my comfy day of rest turned into a frantic hunt. And so I searched under cars, in the bushes, everywhere, until I finally worked up the courage through binding the stress to ask the neighbors if they'd seen her. Most of them hadn't, and I was beginning to lose hope. That was until I came across that neighbor. You know, the weird one that everyone avoids like the plague. He didn't say much, just pointed to the overgrown path and shoved the set keys into my hand. A little too eagerly. By the time I looked down and back up again, he was gone. Despite my better judgment, I was desperate. I followed the path. The cat can come back by itself. It'll come back to wherever its food is. What the fuck's watching at the tree? Yeah, shouldn't the cat just come home, though? They'll come home to where their food is. As I followed the path, less and less light got through the trees, thick foliage meshing together in a dense cover overhead. It felt like I was walking for hours, and suddenly I found it. There in the middle of absolutely nowhere was a gate, a big rusty gate. When I looked to either side of it, there was a stone wall that seemed to run as far as I could make out through the bush. How had I never seen this before? The sound of something rushing through the bushes snaps me back to reality. Juniper? No response came, but I could tell something was moving. I could hear the rustling of leaves from beyond the gate. Not wanting to lose track of whatever the thing was, I fumbled with the keys, trying each of them in the lock. Come on, Juniper! Stay there, girl, come on! Finally, one of the keys slid into the lock, and with a twist, the lock gave way. I pulled on the heavy rusted metal of the gate. At first it didn't budge, but with another heave, the gate groaned and creaked open. As soon as it was wide enough to squeeze through, I wriggled through. As soon as I slipped through, the rustling stopped. I thought that maybe my silly fluffball had finally realized her savior had come to collect her. Juniper, here, kitty kitty. But still nothing. Check on the trees. Giving up on the phone shrubs, I started to turn my gaze to the trees. Cats like trees, right? Although I don't think I've ever seen Juniper climb one. I look a little closer into the trees, trying to spot a light ball of fur darting between them. I look closer, still nothing. Just as I think my eyes are getting tired from searching, I see it, there in the tree, unmistakable. The soft, bright red material of her collar stands out against the green so strikingly. Although it's a little out of my reach, I start to put my aching and stiff body to good work. I slowly manage to find my footing and grab a hold of a couple of branches. It's clumsy, but I manage to climb a little higher. Finally, I reach the collar. Though it doesn't seem to be attached to a cat, rather it's swinging gently in the breeze, hooked on a small offshoot of a large branch. I brace myself against the tree, finding the angle. I reach out and try to grab it. Just as my fingertips graze the collar, it suddenly flew upwards, as if snagged by some invisible string. Surprised, I looked up to see where it went, but I was quickly distracted when something thin and cold caught me around the neck. I desperately grabbed at the branches, the leaves, anything. I can't breathe. The world faded away around me. The light flooded my vision as my eyes snapped open. I was back at the gate. I put a hand to my throat, savoring every breath I took. What just happened? Just go. Out. I need to get out. Without another moment of hesitation, I turned back, almost fast enough to slip on the mud underfoot. I grabbed hold of the gate and pushed. Pushed harder. Why won't you move? What? Locked. Why is it locked? And where did the keys go? I put myself down, trying every pocket. But they aren't there. I can't get out. Not without finding the keys. Hoping surely you can climb it. It's a metal fence. People climb these all the time. Without my little pep talk out of the way, I reluctantly had left, back down the path. Well, we already checked the trees and that didn't end well, so just go. I get closer to that tree again. I have to go past it to continue down the path. So, like any sane person would, I shut my eyes tight and race past it, nearly tripping over the roots in the process. I kick something. It jingles. And after a brief moment, I open my eye and see it. Juniper's collar. Carefully, I take it away from the murderous tree, looking at it suspiciously for any wires. When I don't find any, I finally pick it up and pocket it. This is insane. Despite myself, I carry onwards. It took a while. Walking through the forest, the light seemed to be dim a lot faster than I thought it would. Well, maybe my sense of time was off. But eventually, some of the trees subsided. Is that Juniper in the bushes? Suddenly, I was standing in front of a large pond. It was actually quite serene. Or it would have been, if it wasn't for the fact I felt this constant immense sense of dread. From here, I couldn't see any signs of my Juniper. Where could she be? But what about the eyes? You can check the pond. As I look out across the pond, an awful thought occurs to me. What if Ginny was startled and didn't see the water? She could have fallen in. Cats can swim, though. Even just the idea has me quickly moving to the edge of the pond. I look into the surprisingly clear water. Phew, no cats. But then something else catches my eye. Not in the water, but on top of it. My reflection. I don't look the same as always, but it isn't copying my crouched or position. No. Instead, it's just standing there. Hand held out to me. It's my eyes are looking back, but I feel like it's watching me. Oh, don't reach out to it. That booger's gonna pull you in the water. Nope. Trick of the light. Weird magic trick. Whatever this is, I'm not playing. Composing myself, I put what little acting skills I have to use. I force myself to pull my eyes away from my reflection. Instead, I look around the edge of the pond, doing my best to pretend I haven't seen it as it bores into me. With a splash, as if someone had thrown a rock into the water, the surface ripples violently. When I finally look back, my reflection matches my movements exactly, like nothing happened. A chill runs up my spine. I quickly begin to feel the instant need to get away. So, with a quick turn, I continue to bolt to the right, down the path with my heart beating loud in my ears. It didn't take long to arrive at the clearing. This one was smaller than the last, surrounded by thick forests. The path seems to stop. In front of me was what looked to be the bare bones of a camp. Not tents, but a pile of sticks stacked up to make a fire, with a couple of large tree logs that seemed to have been dragged over seating. As I stared at the scene in front of me, I finally clocked one important detail. The sun had set. I could barely make out any detail in the surrounding woods anymore. Suddenly, the idea of a campfire sounded pretty good right now. Call for Juniper. Juniper? Juniper, please, kitty. We need to get out of this. It's getting dark. The sound of rustling in the foliage nearby catches my attention. She's close by, she has to be. But it's too dark to see. I need to light that fire. I decide to try and find anything around that I could use to light the fire. I get lower to the ground, squinting through the darkness, and attempt to see. I managed not to freak out when my foot collides with something on the ground. I look down to see a bag. It's quite old, covered in dirt and grime, weathered by its time on the floor. It's on its side. It's spilled and scattered around. After a moment of contemplation, I turn my attention to something in the bushes. I get down onto my knees to reach it. It's some kind of bottle. The bottle has a small label. I have to hold it up to the moonlight to read it. Lighter fluid? I set it to one side as I go for the other item. A box of matches. How convenient. Seems like they're pretty old, though. I hope they're still good. Once I had the items in hand, I warily headed back to the pile of sticks. Sitting down beside it, I rebuilt the pile until it looked about right to me. Okay, where to start? Matches. The sticks seem to be dry. I'm sure the matches will do just fine on their own. Nearly. Finally, one of the matches manages to catch fire to the pile. It takes a few moments, but soon enough the fire picks up and starts burning pretty steadily. Oh, there's Juniper. Just as I was feeling pretty proud of my survival skills, I nearly jump out of my skin as something jumps out of the bushes. Juniper? Cautiously, I move past the campfire. I hadn't really paid this side of the clearing any mind until now. In front of me stood two large tree stumps. On top of the right one, the kitty. Juniper! There you are, silly Killy. I thought I'd lost you. Oh. 2-for-1 deal on cats. You get Juniper, and you get the haunted one that wants to kill you. It's fine. Wait, what? 2 Junipers? Why were there 2? And they look downright identical, too. Not sure why, but something feels wrong. I need to get out of here. But which one do I take? Look at them. Closer. Same eyes, same whiskers, same cute fluffy tail. They look identical. Can't see any way to tell them apart unless... Junie! Who's a good kitty who responds to her name? That didn't help in the slightest. Well, the one that was meowing at the front that popped up the first was the right, so I'm gonna guess... I know that sweet little meow anywhere. This is my Junie. I scoop up my little fluff ball with a smile. As soon as I pick her up, their look-alike darts off into the forest again. How strange. Well, let's get you home. Oh, and you found the key, too. Clever girl. The way back home is surprisingly peaceful. With the keys and Juniper in tow, I headed back home. Surely my cozy day had long since passed. But at least I had my Juniper back. As I slip into my nice cozy bed. Good night, Junie. I knew everything would be okay. Wrong cat.